ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले सोऽयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथं नितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल, हरि नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, संस्कृतम की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल, जय। Okay, so today being Independence Day, I guess I don't know, maybe many of people have gone to celebrate independence. So, yeah, let's begin. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody for today's session. Welcome Shashi Prabhu, Tamal Prabhu, and all the other wonderful devotees for this Sanskrit for scriptural study. So, we are in session number 10 today. So, we have completed like 2.5 months successfully so far. And today we are going to discuss a new concept called Avyayani. Avyayani. Okay. And let's see how it goes. Okay. So Avyayani. So can somebody guess what is the properties for this pada? Avyayani. What is a pratipadikam and what is a linga? What's a vachanam? Kamal Prabhu.
Mataji, Pratipadikam is Avyayam, is and then it's Bahuvachanam.
What's a linga?
Linga is Napunsaka Linga, Avyayam, and it's Avyayani is Bahuvachanam. And
Okay.
it in terms of when we're talking about, and it's Prathama Vibhakti.
Okay. So, for example, phalam is the prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. What is the pratipadikam for that pada?
Phalam for that is Phalam only.
Pratipadikam is phala,
Phala.
phalam or phala. Huh?
Mitra Shabda is Mitra, so then here it could be Avyaya.
That's what I was trying to do. Yes. So it's
Okay.
akaranta, napunsakalinga, avyaya shabdaha, pratama vibhakti, bahuvachanam. Okay. So that's a complete answer in concise way. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. So avyayani means bahuvachanam. Avyayam is the pratama ekavachanam. Avyaya is the pratipadikam. Okay. Indeclinables. That's what we say in English. Indeclinables. So in means it's a negation actually. So So it's saying basically they cannot be declined. So what does it decline means? We will understand a little bit, but we can understand all this from Sanskritam also. Just for English, in case somebody can easily relate with English. English. Okay. So essentially what it means is there are some padas, they get the designation of padam, but they will not come in this vibhakti table. In the sense they don't get transformed. Like for example, Rama, Ramo, Rama, Ramam, Ramo, Raman. They get transformed, correct? So there are some words which actually makes it simple for us. In all vibhaktis, all vachana, and all linga, they remain same. So essentially, they don't have a declension table. Actually, the vibhakti table in English, it's called declension table. Declension, declension table. So that table they don't have. So that's why they cannot be declined or they cannot be transformed in a way. Okay. So that's what is the meaning to English to Sanskritam. Now we will understand how the Acharyas have explained the properties of avyayam. Okay. By this shloka. Okay. सदृशं त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु सर्वासु च विभक्तिषु वचनेषु च सर्वेषु यन्न व्येति तदव्ययम्. Okay, I'll read one more time. सदृशं त्रिषु लिङ्गेषु सर्वासु च विभक्तिषु वचनेषु च सर्वेषु यन्न व्येति तदव्ययम्. Okay. So now I will quiz you on the properties. Okay. Okay. Tell me, lingeshu. What is the vibhakti vachana of this, and what's the properties? Who can tell?
सप्तमी बहुवचन.
Yes, saptami bahuvachanam, linga shabda, napunsaka linga, lingam, right? Lingayohu lingeshu, saptami bahuvachanam. What does that mean, Hemant Prabhuji?
Within, I mean, within those, like Rame means in the Rama. So Lingeshu means within the Lingas.
So in lingas, correct? Okay. Similarly, sarvasu. Who can tell me what is the pratipadikam, what is the linga, and what is the vibhakti for this? Sarvasu. How does it look like?
The Pratipadika is Sarva,
Okay.
Pullinga, and Sarva, so that would be Saptami Vibhakti.
See, Pullinga, Saptami Vibhakti, Rama, how does it sound like? Pullinga Bahuvachanam.
Rameshu, I guess. Right?
So that means something wrong. Something little bit
Sarva.
tweaking is needed. In
Sarva.
which Sarva.
Sarva Shabd, like Rama Shabd. So Ramasu is there.
Yes.
So like
Yes.
that, Sarva maybe. So it should be Striling, Sarva.
Yes. Sarva. Akaranta. Strilinga padam. Sarva. Napunsak akaranta. So Ramayam. Ramayohu. Ramasu.
Oh, because it is adjective of Vibhakti. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Sarvasu Vibhaktishu. That's
Correct.
right.
Correct.
It's feminine. Okay.
Correct. Vibhakti is
Okay.
Vibhakti is Strilinga padam. So
Right.
this
So
is
because of
adjective
that.
for this.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Vibhakti, even though it's Strilinga padam, it comes Vibhakti shu. So
Right.
that is because of our Shatvam rule. If we apply, we'll understand how it is. Okay.
Right.
Because, yeah. So, one second, Prabhuji, I'll mute you. So, you understand, right? So, this is Sarva Shabdaha. Then, Saptami Vibhakti Bahuvachanam. Rama Shabdaha. Ramayam, Ramayohu, Ramasu. Sarvayam, Sarvayohu, Sarvasu.
So
Vibhakti
Mataji,
shu.
Sarva Shabda also exists in masculine and feminine as well, but here
Correct.
it has to be Sarva because of Vibhakti issue. Okay. Thank you.
Correct. Correct. Similarly, Vachaneshu will be what? This is simple. Who can tell? What is the linga for this? Vachaneshu.
Napumsakalinga Vachanam.
Correct. What is the Pratipadikam?
Vachana.
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 Vachana, Saptami Vibhakti, Bahuvachanam. Okay. So in all cases, the mean, see here, Prabhuji, Shashi Prabhu. See, Sarveshu. This is Pullinga, like
Yes.
Rameshu. Okay,
Yes.
because it is actually, actually it's not Pullinga, it's Napunsakalinga because it's indicating Vachanam.
Yeah.
Because
Sarveshu.
Napunsakalinga and Pullinga, the form is same, no, from Tritiya onwards.
Yeah.
Sarvam Shabda. Sarvam is the Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Sarva Shabda. Okay. Anyway, you guys, all of you can look up all these Shabdas in Kosha or their Shabda Pata later after the class. Okay. Then what else? Avyayam. Avyayam, we already discussed what it is. Okay. Tad. Okay. Tad. Okay. Tell me. Tad Avyayam. What is Tad here?
Pronoun.
Pronoun properties. I want nice properties. See, you should tell like this. I will tell you. See, Lingeshu is Linga Akaranta Linga Shabdaha. What is this one here? Trishu Lingeshu. Napunsaka Linga Saptami Vibhakti Bahuvachanam. Like that, you should tell everything. This is his biodata of the Shabda. Okay, so Tad, what is this here?
Mataji, tad shabd, ekvachanam, prathama vibhakti.
Okay, what linga is that?
Napunsaklinga.
Yes, so you should tell
Taddetani.
Dakaranta Napunsakalingaha Tad Shabdaha Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Okay, like this. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we got all this. So see, because why I'm doing this is, see, we should always try to apply the concepts we learned. No, then we go little further deeper inside the shlokas. Okay, so now let's understand the meaning. Three means three. Okay, three means three. Trishu is in three. Saptami Vibhakti, right? So in three lingas and sarvasu vibhaktishu means in all vibhaktis. Sarva means all. And sarveshu vachaneshu means in all vachanas. Okay, that much we understood now. Just with the vibhaktis, we are able to understand, correct? Yes. Now tad avyayam means that is avyayam. It means what? In all of this, what happens? What happens is sadrusham. It remains the same. It remains the same in all lingas, all vibhaktis, and all vachanas. And what does it mean remains the same? Yat na vyeti. Yat is also dakaranta napunsakalinga pratama vibhakti ekavachanam. Yat ye yani. Right? That. Yeah, there is a sandhi transformation. Yat na vyeti. Vyeti is a difficult. Vyeti means it doesn't transform. Okay? Simple. So everybody understand the meaning? So now this time I am going to show you the Anvaya. Anvaya is the putting everything in a prose order. Yat trishu lingeshu sarvasu vibhaktishu sarveshu vachaneshu cha na vyeti. Doesn't get transformed. Sadrusham eva tishtati. It remains same. Tat avyayam. Who is everybody able to understand using this sentence, the meaning? Just by reading this sentence?
Yes.
Shashi
Yes.
Prabhu? Yes,
Yes.
that's
Yes,
it.
Mataji. Absolutely. Yeah.
See, without translation, you are able to understand just the Sanskrit, this big sentence, you are able to understand. Now, translation. That which does
So
not.
Mataji, Beti. So Beti, what is the dhatu for Beti? Is it Bya or?
V plus, there is, we have to look up. We'll look up, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yeah, just hold on the question. Okay.
Okay.
That there are upasargas there. The prefixes are added to the actual. It's called I think, in dhatu. It becomes ati. Something. So
Okay.
we look it up.
Oh, okay.
V plus ati, VAT, it becomes. Okay.
Okay.
Just remember this in question answers. We will look it up. I'll show you.
Okay. Thanks.
That which does not undergo change, na vyeti, remains identical, sadrusham, in three genders, in all cases, in all numbers, is an avyaya indeclinable. Okay, clear? What is avyaya? Simple is, it doesn't have a declension table. It doesn't change in vibhaktis, in all the vibhaktis, genders and vachanas. That's it. And examples. For example, here Nadi is a river. Samudram is actually also a kind of ocean. So here I use different lingas. Nadi is a ikaranta shabda. Samudram is a napunsakalinga shabda, samudra shabda. I guess so. Otherwise, it's pullinga, one of it. So even in both cases, I'm telling meenaha. Meenaha means fish. Meenaha nadyam taranti. Taranti means swim. Fish swim in the river. Here I'm telling fish swim in the ocean. Even though I use different linga, but if I use this word called atra, it doesn't change. So meenaha atra taranti. Meena here. So the fish swim here, fish swim here. Even if I refer to a river, I can tell atra. Even if I refer to ocean, I can tell atra. Doesn't change. Similarly, Ramaha atra va gruhe pustaka patati. So Rama reads book in the house. So I can be in the house, I can tell Ramaha atra pustakam patati. Rama reads here. Or I can say Ramaha gruham gacchati. Rama goes to house. I can tell Ramaha atra gacchati. If I'm in the house, I can tell Ramaha atra agacchati, like that. So even though I have now, this is Saptami Ekavachanam, this is Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam, still I use, in the context, I can replace easily with atra and the context is understood. Similarly, Janaha atra nagareshu nivasanti. Nivasanti means reside. Nagareshu means in the towns. Janaha means people. People reside in the towns. Okay? It's plural. Or people reside here. If I am in a particular town, I say people reside here. Balakaha atra kridanti. The boys play here. Or I can say Balakaha nadi tire kridanti. So here Saptami Ekavachanam, here Saptami Bahuvachanam. But still I can replace all of this with atra. No transformation for atra. So people should love it actually. Oh wow, I don't need to memorize the table for this. I just need to memorize the word and its meaning, and I can use it in all different contexts. So that becomes very easy for us. Okay? So everybody's happy with avyayas? Right? Okay, good. So now let's go to some.
Mataji, the meaning here is just here. Atra means here, that's all.
That's all. Correct.
And similar words are tatra, like there. There also is like a similar indeclinable. And any more examples, Mataji?
Prabhuji, are you seeing my slide?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, more examples are coming. Many are there. Avyayas, I will show you how to look up on it in the kosha also. So what we'll do is, now let's read this. So what we'll do is, we can take turns. Whoever wants to participate can raise your hand. All of you can read like at least three sentences. So you can read. All of you know how to read, so you can read. So who wants to participate? Raise your hand, please. Okay, Sugita Mataji, first you can read first 3 sentences. So you tell like this: Cha and Ramaha Lakshmana cha, and read the English. Okay, just 3 sentences.
Okay.
Okay.
Cha and Ramaha Lakshmanaha cha, Rama and Lakshmana. Api also, a stroke even. Aham api gachami, I also go. Eva, only, a stroke certainly. Tvam eva mata, you alone are the mother.
Okay, Mataji. And one more thing to notice here is,
Yeah.
in English, no, I'm just talking to everybody. So in English, the and comes between the words. But in Sanskritam, it comes at the end of all the nouns. Ramaha Lakshmana cha, but whereas in English, it comes in between. Just something for you to observe. Next one is, who else? Tamal Prabhuji, you can read the next 3.
Iti, thus, quote, iti uvacha. Atra, thus he said. Atra, here. Pustakam atra asti. The book is here. Tatra, there. Tatra kaha asti. Who is there?
Very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, next. Who else? Shweta Mataji.
Kutra, where? Bhavan kutra gacchati, where do you go? Sada, always. Sada satyam vad, always speak the truth.
Mataji, here it should
Kada,
be Vada. Mataji, Vada.
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 Sada satyam vada,
Hmm.
always speak the truth. Kada, when? Sah kada agacchati, When does he come?
Very good. Okay. So I want to give chance to people whom generally we don't talk. So Sudha Mataji, you can read other three.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Ada na Mataji, from there na Mataji.
From
Adya.
here.
Adya. Adya, today. Adya Ravi Vasarah. Today is Sunday. Shwa, tomorrow. Shwaha, tomorrow. Shwaha milamaha. Let's meet tomorrow. Hyah, yesterday. Hyah Shanivasarah Asita. Yesterday was Saturday. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, here you should tell hyaha. Okay. Hyaha.
Hyaha. Okay.
Hyaha.
Hyaha.
And asit.
Asit. Okay. Asit.
Asit. Okay,
Hare
good. Thank you, Mataji. Who else? Nakul Prabhuji is joining first time. Nakul Prabhuji, you can read these three.
Hare Krishna. Veena, without jalam veena jivanam nasti. No life without water. Saha, with mitrena saha kridati. He plays with a friend. Na, not. Aham na janami. I do not know. Actually, I do not know.
Prabhuji, one small mistake. This is Hasva Ikara. So you should tell Vina. Okay? Not Veena. Okay? Vina, without. Jalam Vina Jivanam Nasti. So when it comes on the left side, it's Hasva. You should not extend it. Okay? And one more thing here. Actually, this is advanced Vibhakti concept here. We will cover later, but you can observe now. Whenever Vina is used, actually Vina you can use in Dvitiya Vibhakti as well as Tritiya, Jalam Vina. Whatever you are saying without, that you can use Dvitiya or Tritiya. But Saha, whenever you use Saha, it means along with. You should always put the ancillary or secondary person in Tritiya Vibhakti. Like Ramaha Sitaya Saha Vanam Gacchati. So Rama is the main person. And Sita went along with Rama. So the person who goes along with the main person, that person, if you use the word Saha, that person should be indicated in Tritiya Vibhakti form. Okay? This rule, of course, in advanced we will study, but you can observe actually, whenever Saha comes, the secondary person who is following will be in Tritiya Vibhakti. Okay? Okay, last three. Who else is it? Ruby Mataji, you can read last three. Oh, okay. Where is she?
Yeah, sorry. Hare Krishna, Śyāmalā ji. So please tell me, are Avyani also called conjunctions in English? Like, are there conjunctions of English equivalent? Avyani, like and also.
No, they are not really conjunctions. They can have multiple, like see, for example, and is only conjunction, but there others are used in different contexts. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, like an adverb.
Yeah, many different. See, we cannot really literally translate. The only literal translation is indeclinable, which I've already given.
Okay.
They have many usages. Okay.
Okay, I will read. Yeah, I will read. So, Katham, how? Bhavan, Katham asti. How are you? Punha, again. Punha vadatu. Please say it again. Sahasa, suddenly. Sahasa vrishtihi abhakta. Suddenly it rained.
Abhavat.
Abhavat.
Suddenly it rained. Okay, so this is actually lang lakara, past tense. We will discuss at certain point what are the forms. Okay, so this is katam, everything we got. Okay, there are many words like that. This is just a sample actually, because for you, but you can work on at least this much, memorize the meanings of this, and then try to use them in your own sentences. So now, when you know this meaning, let's say in some shloka, suddenly you find tatra atra, you know already what's the meaning. There's nothing to be worried about. So we have to build our vocabulary. So you can make your separate notes and write these words and the meanings. So you can always make your own dictionary basically. Like whenever you find a word, actually I discussed this in the class. What is the meaning? So look at your notes and go back. Then you have the visual mapping. Okay, that word is in this page in fourth line. Yes, that's what it is. So like that, we have to practice, build the vocabulary. Okay. So that's why memorize and use them in sentences. See, simple sentences we can do. Mata atra agacchati. We know verbs now. We know the nouns. We can make simple sentences on our own and practice. Thinking in Sanskrit. So that's how we can grow further. What else I have to say here? I think we are good. Vidwan Prabhuji, hold on. I'll try to give you some other activity. Okay, please keep your hand raised. Otherwise, I'll forget.
Kim will not come here into this, right? Because that again, that is not that doesn't belong here. Kim.
Is it here? Kim is there?
It is not there. So this is exhaustive list, Mataji. Is it like complete list?
No, that's what I told. No, it's not exhaustive list. Actually, Kim is also there in Avyaya. Okay.
Okay.
I think that is also there in one of. We have to look up. Okay, can you hold on that question, Prabhuji? In
Sure.
Q&A, we will open Ashtadhyayi and we'll see that also. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So next, Vidwan Prabhuji, you have a question? No. Okay, just hold on. I'll give you activity later, reading activity.
Mataji, you said Kim Shabd is also in the Avyaya list, but how we see that for Kim Shabd we have a declension table, Kim Ke Kani, Ke Kau Ke, etc. So how can that be Avyaya?
It be possible, Prabhuji. See, that's the whole thing. It's all about what to say. So many things can happen. We need to be all we have to do is based on the context. We need to understand what it is. That's very, very important to identify which word we are referring to. We have to look at the context. Everything is possible. For example, namas is namaha. We say no. It's actually nam. So many things are there. We are building our vocabulary. So all we have to do is, yes, this is a new option, this is a new option. We have to keep adding to our list. We cannot say, how can it be? How are we limiting the language? Language is like that. We are learning the language, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay. So one application for, actually, maybe Prabhuji will be raising hand. Prabhuji, with one Prabhuji, you can read actually here, these three. I'm going to tell you one nice thing about this. Atra, tatra, kutra. Can you read these 3 lines?
Yes, Mataji. Atra, here. Pustakam atra asti. The book is here. Tatra, there. Tatra kah asti. Who is there? Kutra, where? Bhavan kutra gacchati. Where do you go?
So here, Prabhuji, this kaha is not coming properly. Can you tell again? Tatra kaha asti.
Tatra kaha asti.
Like that. Okay. So don't tell ha, like kaha. Okay, nicely. Okay, good. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, so actually, when I was telling this concept to our children when they were small, I came up with some small poem because it was always confusing for them. They use atra for there and tatra for here. So I kind of made a small poem. I'll try to sing for you, all of you, if you think you're children. Okay. Let's see if I can remember this correctly. Atra is here, tatra is there, kutra is where, anyatra is elsewhere, sarvatra is everywhere, Shri Krishna is everywhere, Shri Krishna is everywhere. So that is our small poem. So, okay, Hare Krishna. So now let's go to application of this Avyaya, okay? So we already discussed since 2 sessions, we discussed this Anuswara Sandhi, and the rule is when there is a Padanta Makaraha, okay, which is ending, at the ending of the Pada Makara, it's followed by a Hal. Hal is nothing but Vyanjanam or consonants. Then it becomes upgraded to Anuswara, okay. Ramam Bhajami, Ma will go to Anuswara, Ramam Bhajami. Krishnam Ahvayami, whereas if it's a Swara or a vowel next to it, there's no change. You can even combine them and write, correct? So the whole thing is based on the concept of Padanta Makara. So if this is a Pada and if it's the ending of that Pada, then only this rule applies. So what happens is Avyayani get the Pada Samya. So Avyayani are also considered Pada. So if at all you get any avyaya, which is a makaranta at the end, you need to apply this rule. So this is the extension of anuswara sandhihi. Okay. For example, bhavan katham asti. So here I don't need to put anuswara because it's a swara here. How are you? Katham janati, ja is a hal, which is vyanjanam. So I have to put the ma on top. Okay, simple. How do you know? Okay. So now a quiz for all of you. What were the other extension of padasyanga sanya we discussed last time? First of all, tell me what are all padas so far, whatever in our sessions. What all gets the padasanya? There are 4 we discussed so far. So let's see.
Upasarga, Mataji.
Okay, very good. That was the last class. Upasarga, did you memorize it, Mataji? Can you tell it? At least few of them.
No, Mataji.
Pra, para, apasam, anu, avanis, nir, dus, dur. That much only I memorized. After that, I have to practice also. Okay. So these are all, there are 22 of them. These are all also get padasanya. Okay, next. So we got 2. Avyayani is a padasanya. Upasarga is a padasanya. What are the other 2? Hemant Prabhuji knows. Okay, Prabhuji, tell.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, like you like Avyani are getting Patsangya, so in Upsarg also some was our point of consideration because some Upsarg end with Makar. So that's why that we discussed last time.
Okay. Other than those 2, what are the other 2? There are 4 options. 4 terms which can get pada. This is a basic thing I've been repeating so much. Who can forget that? What is the definition of pada which Manini Maharshi has given? Yes.
Suptigantam padam. Suptigantam padam.
That's all. Suptigantam padam. So Subanta padam and Tiganta padam. That's it. 4. Yes or no?
Mataji, 2 na, like Suban Padam and Tigan Padam, so they are 2. Acha,
Yes, that's it.
Upsarg also. Okay.
So we are building, it's not that we'll forget the second lesson or third lesson we studied. No. Okay. So everybody is clear? Clear, right? What are the 4, kind of items which get padasanya? Subanta padam, which means all the things which come in vibhakti tables. All of them are called subanta padas. Or tinganta means whichever comes in the our dhatu tables. They are tinganta padas. And upasargas, 22 of them. That's it. We have to memorize. And avyayas, there are many of them. Avyayani. So that will gradually build up the vocabulary as we encounter. Okay, simple. So just make a note of this. Okay, good. So now how do we identify avyayani? So if you look up the kosha of any particular word, these are the various ways they indicate avyayam. Sometimes they directly write avyayam. For example, namas. In bracket, you will see avyayam. Okay, namaskar arthaha means is used in the meaning of paying obeisances. Otherwise, they write half like this, avya. Namas, avya. Okay, so that also means avyaya. Or they also put in English, IND. What is IND? Indeclinable. Okay, or they also put just vya. Okay, so they cut more of this and put vya. So these are all the ways it displays. So I'm showing all of it. So it becomes easy for you when you look up the kosha anytime, any word, what it is, it's easy for you to identify. Okay, okay, good. So now let's go to the next concept, Krudantaha. This is also another technical concept, little bit we are introducing. So the question will be, how do I know all the types of avyayas, what all? So there are multiple ways to do it. One is, there are something called Ganapata, where kids can memorize the list of avyayas, but we are not able to memorize. So one way to do it is build the vocabulary as we encounter. So when we do the exercises, when we encounter new words, when we look up, when we find it's avyaya, then you make your own list. Okay, I know this word, now it's avyaya, and you write the meaning in your own dictionary. So that's how gradually we'll build up. Okay. So Krudantaha, okay, this is another equation now. Okay, that's why I tested on the Subantam first. So let's go back to our thinking in Sanskrit slide, which we discussed in actually maybe session 2. Okay, so this is our whole Sanskrit, state machine. Okay, where infinite words can be formed, especially there is a loop here. Okay, So far what we have discussed is Pratipadikam plus Sup Pratyaya becomes Subantam Padam. This is a Padam, correct? That's why I wrote Padam here. We also, that is like Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, like that. Another one is Dhatuhu plus Ting Pratyaya becomes Tigantam Padam or Tigantam. Okay, Padam. This is also Padam. Okay. So Nakul Prabhuji, you may find these terms very, mind-boggling, but just be with us. You have to, if you go back and read the previous sessions, it will make sense for you. Okay. Just just be in a listening mode. That's all. Try to understand what we're trying to tell. Okay. Dhatu is nothing but a root form of a verb, actually. Okay. Pratipadikam similarly is a base form for a noun. For example, Ramaha, if you say the base form will be Rama. And for example, Bhavati, we say exist. Root form Dhatu will be Bhu. And it goes some transformation by adding some suffix. Pratyaya means suffix. Then we get the final form which can be used in a sentence. So Dhatu and Pratipadikam cannot be used in a sentence. Only, for example, Bhavati can appear in a sentence. Ramaha Asti. And we can say Rama Asti. Asti is a Tinganta Padam and Ramaha is a Subanta Padam. This final blue color marked ones only are the ultimate terminating points. These are the ones can be used in a sentences. All others are intermediate stages. Clear? So we covered this equation, we covered this equation. Now let's focus on the new equation. This one. Dhatuhu plus Krit Pratyayaha becomes Pratipadikam. Okay? Let's focus on this. Take a dhatu. What are the dhatus? Bhu, Pat, Nam. Right? All these dhatus. Take the dhatu, add some other suffix. This is also suffix. That suffix is called Krit Pratyaya. Okay? Krit Pratyayaha. Krit. Just the name. Nothing. There is nothing. Somehow Panini used this name. Just we have to understand now what it is. Krit Pratyaya. If you add, then the dhatu will now become a Pratipadikam. Okay? That Pratipadikam is now actually called Krudantaha. Because why? Krut is at the end of it. Correct? What is Tinganta? Ting is at the end. What is Subanta? Sup is at the end. So Krudanta is a dhatu which takes on the Krut Pratyaya. The final Pratipadikam is equal to Krudantaha. Simple? Okay. So we are going to delve more on what is this Krit Pratyaya, what are the properties, everything little bit today. And of course, this is a very exhaustive discussion. I'm just giving introduction now. Maybe in module 2 or 3, we will discuss in more detail again, because there is a connection with Avyayani. That's what I want to bring it up. So Krudantaha. What is Krit? Oh, actually, one thing I want to tell you. Actually, if possible, take a screenshot of this, because after the next slide, I'm going to ask a question. Based on this and based on all the concepts we discussed, I'm going to ask a quiz question. So I want to check who actually is able to understand and tell the right answer. If you want, take a screenshot of this. Okay. Okay. So Krudantaha. What is Krut? First of all, we'll understand Krut. What is Krut? Krut is nothing but Pratyayaha suffix, which is added afterwards. Okay. Where does it get added? It's added to dhatu. Simple. And the definition what it means is, Panini declares that whatever is not a thing is a krut. You understand? Because thing is only 18. We know fixed number. Correct? Tik, tas, chi, mit, pas. I also didn't memorize. But if you memorize that, there are only 18 of them. So whatever is not a thing which gets added to dhatu is called a krut. That's what he said. Okay, simple. And what does it result in? It results in a pratipadikam, Krudantaha. Okay, Krudanta is what again? Krut antaha yasya saha. The word which has krut at the end of it, that is Krudantaha. That is pratipadikam. That is nothing but dhatu plus krut, pratyaya. Okay, so again, English. The pratyayaha suffix, which is not thing and is added to dhatu, is called krut. Okay, this results in pratipadikam called Krudantaha. Simple? In 3 different ways we understood. Okay. Now these were the equations, most dreaded equations, which comes in our nightmares, which studied from session number 2 onwards. So these were the equations. Pratipadikam plus supratyaya becomes subanta subantam padam, Krishnaha. Dhatuhu plus ting pratyaya is called tiganta tigantam padam. Akhadat or kelati or patati. Correct? Now we are going to extend this equation. Dhatuhu plus krut pratyayah is equal to krudantaha. Pratipadikam. Simple? Right? And some
Mataji,
example.
so this Kridantaha is not a padam, Mataji. It has to be, it will again have tables for to make it Subanta padam.
Yeah, just hold on, Mataji. 1 second.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So, pratipadikam. Then examples are gatva, agatya, gantum. These are the three. Actually, these three are avyayas. So that's what is connects back to our discussion. Why we are bringing Krudanta now? Because we are discussing avyaya, and I want to discuss these three avyayas which are most commonly used in sentences. So I want to bring up this. But if it's a children, I would directly tell them as avyaya. I will directly tell. I will not even tell them the concept of Krudanta. But because we can extend our, kind of our system, language system. So I'm discussing some technical aspects also. What is it called actually, and what is it everything? Because we have to build on top of this later. So everybody is clear with the added equation, or everybody is getting scared of this equation? Anybody has any question about this? No, right? Everybody's clear. Okay. Now the question or the quiz which I'm going to ask is, can the Krudanta be used in the sentence directly? Who can answer? Raise your hand first, so that I can give chance to other people who didn't speak. Can a Krudanta be used in a Sanskrit sentence? So other than Murali Prabhu, anybody else can answer this? Can raise your question. Raise your hand. Okay. Let's see who's a new person. I want to check. Okay, Vidwan Baladev Prabhu, you mentioned. You answer.
Yes, Mataji, we can use that in our sentence.
Okay, how do you justify your answer?
Mataji, I have seen in words like sloka, some sloka, gatva.
Okay.
So
Gatva you have seen. Okay, the Gatva is okay because it's avyayam. But I'm asking very specific question. Can a Krudanta, can all the Krudantas, okay, let's ask like this. Can all the Krudantas be used directly in a Sanskrit sentence?
No,
Okay,
Mataji,
so
we cannot use.
without raising hand, they're answering. Okay, tell me why we cannot use.
Because it only results in a pratipadikam, which as per the state machine should never be used. It is not blue in color. It is not the either the Tiganta Padam nor the Subanta Padam. Only Tiganta Subanta Padams have to be used. This is somewhere in between. We have to build something on top of this again.
Okay, so what gets added to Pratipadikam to make it a word?
Sup.
Yes, so then this Pratipadikam will go back here. This Pratipadikam should get a supratyaya added to it. Then we can use it in a sentence. Okay, that answers Saraswati Mataji's question. She actually gave a clue to everybody actually. So, okay, clear? That's how we go into this infinite loop. See, dhatu, krit pratyaya, pratipadikam. Now you get supratyaya. This can be used. Okay? Yes? But there is another, later on we'll discuss. There is another sanadi pratyaya can be added. It makes a dhatu. Then you can keep going like this, make a big word. Okay? That's later we'll discuss. So everybody's clear? Now, but the thing is, because this is avyayas, they don't have declension table, but they get the pada sanya. They can be used as it is. Clear?
Mataji,
That's
are they the only three Abhayas which are Krudantas, or there are other Krudantas which are
there are others also there, Prabhuji. Gradually we'll discuss. This is
okay?
like
Very
very
good.
yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, these are the very basic for sentence conversation. So that's why we bring it up here. Another thing is I want to tell something else. Okay, I think we are clear, right? So Pratipadikam cannot be used. So we have Another thing to note is, even though eventually they are called Subantas, to differentiate in the language or speaking or course or grammar discussions, they are actually, the final form is also called a Kridanta. You understand? See, for example, Samavetaha is there. See, Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samavetaha Yutsavaha. That Samavetaha is actually a Subanta. Otherwise, it cannot be used in a sentence. It's a Pratama Vibhakti Bahuvachanam. Like, right? Rama, like that. Samaveta is a Pratipadikam. That Samaveta is actually Krudanta. But for the sake of differentiating from normal Subantas, which are based on the nouns Pratipadikam versus some extra characteristic, we actually call them, for the sake of, colloquially, we call them Krudanta only. So that students will understand. Oh, Mataji is saying this is a Krudanta. Oh, I need to look up here, look up there. You understood? Okay? Yes, that's it. So actually, Krudanta is a Pratipadikam, but in the sake of differentiating, we can also tell the final form also, this is actually Krudanta, like that. Okay? But don't get confused then there. Oh, Mataji is saying Krudanta, but it's a Pratipadikam. Why like that? No, don't get confused. Just understand this. Small twist. Okay, cool. So let's, okay, now application is Twa Lep. See, Agatya is coming from another pratyaya called Lep. Okay, these are all the pratyayas. Panini Maharshi defines. This Gatva is coming from Twa. Lep results in Agatya. Tumun results in Gantum. Okay, these are the three suffixes. They result in Avyayani. This is connecting back to our Avyaya discussion. And these three things, what they are, what meaning they are, everything we will discuss in the next session. Otherwise, it becomes too much for now. Okay, but just this gives you the context where we are heading in the next session. Okay. Yes. Okay. So now, what exercise? Okay, Prabhuji, Hemant Prabhuji.
Mataji, I just wanted to confirm, like you explained about avyayas. So, is it the correct understanding that the avyayas will be formed only from krit pratyayas only, if at all they will be formed?
No, Prabhuji. See, for example, this atra, tatra, and all there. No, some are by definition avyayas. They don't need to be formed. Some can be made avyayas. That is through krit. This is something called,
Okay.
there is a nice technical definition for this. I don't remember the Sanskrit words. See, some are by definition. Okay, how can I use a practical example to tell something which we can relate to? Okay, see, for example, okay, let's take a devotional service. Okay, some are born in a devotional family. Okay, so from birth, they are devotees. Correct? But some later, like all of us, have taken devotional service later in our lives. So we are also called devotees. Okay? So like that. Some are, by definition, they are in vocabulary, in our koshas, they are listed as avyayas. But some we can make them avyaya by adding these suffixes, by following the proper grammar rules.
So only
Okay.
these three suffixes will make avyayas. Twa, Yapol.
No, Prabhuji. There are other krits which can also result in avyayas. We will gradually and discover them.
So only krit will make the avyayas, or is it like in some hypothetical case, is it possible that dhatu plus ting pratyaya can also in future make some avyaya, or some
No,
pratipadikam plus sup pratyaya also make?
they are not. See, already we know the definition. Dhatu plus thing, what will happen? Tinganta padam. Nobody told it's avyaya, right? Why we are getting confused? Already
Okay,
names are given. So we should not see. We should be very clear what is a name, what is a definition, and where to use it very clearly. Otherwise, we'll confuse ourselves. Okay, Prabhuji?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay. So now how do you explore the avyayas, kridantas? So because we are going to lead you towards Twa, Lep, and Tumun in the next session, what I want you to do is explore the dhatu pataha, and if there is a drop down here, this is a drop down, and select krudante. Okay, krudante. What does krudante mean? What vibhakti, what vachanam is this? What's the meaning?
In the Kridanta, like in the
Yes,
Rama, Rame,
Rame.
Saptam.
So, correct. Saptami vibhakti ekavachanam. What it's saying is, in the context of being a kridanta, this is a table is listed. That's what they're telling. So always try to apply your vibhakti context, whatever you're trying to see. Always try to analyze what vibhakti is, what vachana is, what's the meaning is it. Okay? So in the context of kridanta, and they give a big list, and there they list, this is the pratyaya, and they tell what does it result in, avyayam, and they tell mil plus tva, what is the final form, militva or melitva, mil plus lyap, which is avyayam, pramilya, mil plus tumun, melitum. So this is one pick mill and try to see this. And then finally try to see all these verbs. This is the dhatu, Nakul Prabhuji. These are the dhatus. Okay. So I will show you at the end where to look it up. Anyway, in question answers, I'm going to show you the tool we are going to use. So you have to look up, just copy paste this one and into that dhatu pata. Then and go to this drop down. Actually, let me show you that. Otherwise, you'll get confused. Okay. See here, for example, here. Dhatu Pata, we go there, right? So you have to, this is a URL, Prabhuji. You can make a note of this, ashtadhyayi.com. So let's try, and you need to type Sanskrit for this. So, okay. So if in our course page, in the general section, you will see there is two documents, how to type in Devanagari, how to type in Sanskrit in Mac. So download, and based on your setup, you can try to practice. Okay. So mill. So let's take mill. So that's how you get this dhatu. Okay. Let's say I'm picking, there are my two dhatus. So I pick this, correct? I go here. This is the standard format. This is a latlakara, present tense. Milati, milataha, milanti. So this is kartari. This is also saptami ekavachanam. It's saying in the form of being a karta, as a doer. That's why we say ramaha milati. Okay? Like that directly we can use. But now use your drop down. Go down. It's down below. Krudante. Okay? You go here, you'll get many forms. Go down, then you will see somewhere here. Tva, left, tumun. See, there is one more here. See, avyayam is already coming. Okay? So then these are the forms. You know how to look at them, right? Look this one. So for example, if you want to look at prach, similarly, you can type or copy paste from our PDF material we share. And analyze, because the thing is, you will see the forms will be many different forms will come for all of them. These are most commonly used verbs and which are commonly coming in the shlokas. So I picked purposefully these words. So if we can find all of this and make a note in your notebook, what are the three forms? Twa, Lyap, and Tumun, and revise them often. When you see that form, you can easily understand what's the meaning is. Because next class, I will tell you what's the meaning of the suffixes. Understand, right? Understand the exercise? This is a homework. Homework, get the Twa, Lep, and Tumun for all these verbs and make your own tables in a Word document or notebook, wherever it is, and understand the patterns, how they are changing. See, for example, the switch will become Shrushtva. But whereas here, Gatva is coming, Shrushtva is coming. So, Dugda will come here, like that. Dogda will come. So many different forms will come. So this is like that. This is Udva will come here. Vaha. Vaha Udva will come. So you make a note and then you can find out. Okay. Then let's go to Shabda Pataha. Okay. What is the new Shabda we are going to study? Sarvanama Shabdaha, pronouns. We are studying pronouns after finishing some of the main Shabdas. And what we have covered is Sarvanama means they indicate all words. Like Kim means who, right? It can be who, could be referring to Rama or Lakshmana or any other Pullinga Shabda basically. Or Napunsaka also is there. And Srilinga also is there. So we discussed all these forms earlier. We discussed Asmat Shabda last time. Asmat means I. Aham, avam, vayam, ma, avam, now, asman, naha. Like that. It's a complicated table. Now today we are going to discuss Yushmat Shabdaha, means you. Dakaranta Trilinga. Trilingaha means it applies in all the three lingas. There is only one form for all the three lingas. That's what it means, Trilingaha. Three means three. Simple. Okay? So now let's recite this table. So what I'll do, because these variations are there, first I will read once and one more person can take chance to read on their own. Whoever wants to read that can raise your hand and be ready. Okay, first I'll read this now. दकारान्तः त्रिलिङ्गः युष्मत् शब्दः त्वं युवां यूयम् इति प्रथमा त्वां त्वा युवां वां युष्मान् वः इति द्वितीया त्वया युवाभ्यां युष्माभिः इति तृतीया तुभ्यं ते युवाभ्यां वां युष्मभ्यं वः इति चतुर्थी त्वत् युवाभ्यां युष्मत् इति पञ्चमी तव ते युवयोः वां युष्माकं वः इति षष्ठी त्वयि युवयोः युष्मासु इति सप्तमी. See again Yushmasu. Why is coming Yushmasu here? Right?
Akar is
Is there. Is there. That's it. Whenever Akara is there, simply you can put Su. No confusion at all. No need to look up the rule also. Okay. So now another thing to note is that these are two variations again. So Tubhyam te also Tavate. Then how do you identify based on the context of vibhaktis? You can identify whether it's Chaturthi versus Shashti. Similarly, Vaha is in three places. Dvitiya Bahuvachanam or Chaturthi Bahuvachanam or Shashti Bahuvachanam. Again, based on the context. That's why we need to know what is the Vibhakti context, what are the meanings, and then identify the properties. So, especially targeting these, we have given homework exercises. So, please work on them. I will show that slide later. Nicely, diligently, try to apply your Vibhakti meaning. Try to come up with the proper Vibhakti on your own first before checking the answers. Okay, that's so you practice. Okay, so I want to give this chance to a new person. Okay, Sudevi Mataji, I think she didn't speak so far. You can read Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. दकारान्तः त्रिलिङ्गः युष्मत् शब्दः त्वं युवां यूयम् इति प्रथमा त्वां त्वा युवां वां युष्मान् वः इति द्वितीया त्वया युवाभ्यां युष्माभिः इति तृतीया तुभ्यं ते युवाभ्यां वां युष्माभ्यां वः इति चतुर्थी त्वद् युवाभ्यां युष्मत् इति पञ्चमी तव ते युवयोः वां युष्माकम् इति षष्ठी युष्माकं वः इति षष्ठी त्वयि युवयोः युष्मासु इति सप्तमी.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Couple of mistakes. This is, see, there's a Hasva here. Yushmabhyam, you should tell, okay? Not Yushmabhyam, okay? Yushmabhyam.
Okay,
and one more thing, I think because of the Tamil accent, the ta, here you're telling properly, ta. But here you're making mistakes, okay? So you know how to pronounce ta. So you should be very conscious where your tongue is placed, right? Ta. Just before the teeth. You're telling like a da. That's basically because of the Tamil accent. So, for example, you try to repeat after me, Mataji, one time, okay? Dvitiya.
Dvitiya.
Tritiya.
Tritiya.
Chaturthi.
Chaturthi.
Saptami.
Saptami.
Yeah, so like that you practice. All you have to do is put your tongue at the right place. Then you can overcome your accent problem. Okay, Mataji?
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank
Mataji.
you so much. See, when you repeated so nicely. Okay, good. Okay, everybody's clear, right? So all of you have to memorize this. Okay, there's a short video for this. If you want, you can hear again and memorize. And another thing is, kru dhatu is also very important dhatu. Okay, karoti, it comes all the time actually. So and it has a variation in the way it appears. So I want you all to pick up this dhatu also whenever you're practicing. I think Sudha Mataji raised her hand. Mataji, can you read this one time?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
You can,
Karishyati.
no, from here.
Okay. Karti, kru, tukrun karne, karoti, kurutaha, kurvanti, karoshi, kurutaha, kuruta, karomi, kurvaha, kurmaha.
No, there's no u, okay? Kurvaha, kurmaha.
Okay, kurvaha, kurmaha.
Okay, good. Read this also, Mataji.
Karishyati, karishyati, karishyatah, karisyanti, karishyai, karishyasi, karishyatah, karisyatam, karishyami, karishyavah, karishyamah.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Thank
So
you,
this is
Mataji.
same like other dhatus, like patishyati, patishyata, patishyanti, no problem. But just that here there's a kru becomes karoti somewhere, and sometimes it becomes kuru. So that's where you need to memorize this table. Then you will use the right form. Otherwise, you will say the patati, patataha, patanti. You will say karataha or something. Then it becomes wrong form. So you just have to memorize and use it properly. Okay, it's very important dhatu. Murali Prabhu, you have a question?
No, Mataji, I just raised hand for reading.
Reading. Okay, you want to read, Prabhuji? You can read. You can read the karoti one time.
Karoti kurutah kurvanti, karoshi kurutah kurutha, karomi kurvah kurmaha.
So, Prabhuji, here this is Haswa Ukara, okay? Kurutaha. You don't need to extend more. Kurutaha. You repeat after me. Kurutaha.
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 Kurutha.
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 Kurvaha.
Kurvaha.
Kurmaha.
Kurmaha.
That's it. Okay, yeah. Okay.
There
Okay,
is
so
no dirgha form for ru.
it's there, Prabhuji. We showed in like it becomes like a hook.
Okay.
Like it comes like this, like this. Like this it comes.
Okay.
If it comes down, it's a hraswa.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what I'll do, I have to clear these drawings. Okay, let's move on. So this is your homework 4 also to memorize this. So practice exercises, as I mentioned, especially to practice the Yushmat Shabdaha. So they are all there in the document in the Google Shared folder. Google Share folder, it's already listed in the WhatsApp group description as well as in your course page on your website, right? I think Nakul Prabhu would have seen that already. Otherwise, for this document, direct link is here. If you click this link, you will get the Google document directly, which has tabs nicely. So this is a tab from session 9, but you will get session 10 and you will get the questions and answers. So you click on the exercises. These are the exercises like this. You work on this. There's English as well as Hindi meaning. This is Sanskrit sentence. And the exercise, what you have to do is identify the Shabda properties. And all of you have been doing already. So do that. And especially see UM is there, Vaha is there. So many of, you'll get a lot of practice. And then check your answers in the answers later on your own. If there's any discrepancy, we can bring it up in the class next time. Okay, simple. Okay, any questions? No, right? Okay. So now let's go to finally putting all the homework together. So what we have done, you can review the Avyayani, especially the chart I have given of some main common used Avyayani. Memorize and use them in sentences. That is your homework. Make your own table, dictionary, whatever you want. Krudantaha concept we explored. That is nothing but krut, which is coming at the end. That becomes a pratipadikam, which is added to dhatu. And homework 2 is to go through the list of dhatus given and identify for these krudantas what are the forms and make your own vocabulary again and try to read that. See, whatever vocabulary you're building, every day try to read it. So then it goes into your memory. It's not just remains in your book. Okay? Then similarly, memorize Yushmat Shabdaha, homework 3. and practice new sentences. And the short recitation video will be in this, just the Yushmat Shabda. If you want to repeatedly hear and practice, that becomes easy for memorization. And Kru Dhatu forms also, you can try to memorize. And that also should be there in the playlist. In the Dhatu tables playlist, it should be there. And homework 5 is to analyze the Shabda and Kriya Pada properties of the previous slide of the, Google shared folder. So what we have learned today is that we discussed the concept called avyayani, which is an apunsakalinga, bahuvachanam, indeclinable. That means they cannot be transformed. Okay. And they get the padasanya. And then we saw the application in the anuswara sandhi. So katham janati, then becomes anuswara. Otherwise, bhavan katham asti, there you don't put the anuswara. It's padanta makara. How do we identify? We showed the screenshot where how do we identify in the kosha. Then Krudantaha also we discussed because it's connecting to the Avyayas. There are 3 Krudantas which we are going to discuss next class, what they mean and how they can be used. And from here, how do we get the suffix, all that more technical things. They are also Avyayani, that's also application for Avyayas. And Shabdapata, Yushmat Shabdaha, Dhatupata, Krudatu, and extra exercises from discussion group. We have a discussion group also, Nakul Prabhuji, where sometimes we give extra exercises or some discussion or questions happen directly. So you can join if needed. Then what else? So now let's go ahead with question answers. If you have anything here, question answers related to today's topic, we can do first, or we can directly jump to the extra exercise. Okay. Should we do the exercise? Looks like nobody has a questions. Hemant Prabhuji, you have a question? Yeah.
Mataji, I'm still not sure and confused on how Kridantas are related with Avyayas. Can you just like how exactly they are related? Does it mean like some Kridantas will become Avyayas, so that's why they are related?
Yes. So especially we saw the thing here. Okay, 1 second. We saw here see mill is there. Okay. They're listing all this in Krudanta. That means these are all Krudantas. Okay. These are all Krudantas. And they are telling there are some Krudantas, they are Avyayas. Simple. So when these Yap and Tuman and Namul are added, the resulting words by definition are Avyayas. That's what they're telling.
Okay.
And for example, here they're saying it's a Nitya and Pullinga. There's some other properties they're telling. And for example, here it will be Napunsakalinga. Here, Nitya Napunsakalinga, Lut Pratyaya, Melanam. Always Melanam only comes like that. There are some other properties, some other additional characteristics are there. But first of all, these are all Kruts. These are all Kruts. Okay? Eventually, we'll study hopefully all of this. See, for example, Karta. Karta comes by adding Trich Pratyaya to the Kru Dhatu. I'll show you it. The Karta will not come like this here. Kru Dhatu. Trich Pratyaya. See, take a Kru Dhatu. You add Trich Pratyaya. The Pratipadikam will be Kartru Shabdaha. But then we have to learn the table for this. For Rukaranta Shabda, how the table forms. Later we will learn that. Then it will be Karta. See here. Kartru Shabdaha, Karta, Kartarau, Kartaraha, Kartaram, Kartarau, Kartrun. So we'll study this later. But you understand, right? See, Kru, Dhatu, Trich is added. Okay, then Kartru came first. Okay, and then you start applying Subanta. See, this Kartru cannot be used in a sentence because it's a Krudanta. Without the it's a Pratipadikam. Now you add a Subanta. Then you get this table. Got it?
Okay. Yes, Mataji.
And some of them are Avyaya. They don't have tables. Like for example here, let's try to see what they say about this Avyaya. See here. There is not even, okay, here, see. They don't have any table. They didn't list a table here. Why? Because it's Avyaya. So in all cases, you have to use Kritva only.
Okay.
Mataji, is this an exception to that rule? Because we said the Krudantas should not be used in the sentences. But if it becomes an avyayam, it can be used. Is that the right statement to make? If so, is that an exception to that rule?
So it's not exception, but Panini doesn't violate his instructions. These are little bit technical stuff. If people don't understand this, no problem. I'll tell you what happens or how Panini presents the whole thing. So he doesn't violate himself. Okay. So first he said is sup and ting, right? He said this as padam, correct? It's the first one. And now he said these are krut. Twa, twa and other three. Okay, other things are krut, correct? And he told that becomes pratipadikam. Then what he said is that certain, he gives other rules. When certain, okay, so basically the other question is, how does a avyaya, actually this is a bigger question, Prabhuji, not about even krut. The question is, how can avyaya, which doesn't have a declension table, can be used in a sentence? That's the question. You understood, right?
Yes.
Atra is there. Atra doesn't have a table like Rama. So it seems like it's not a subanta. So how can we use in a sentence? That's the question. Yes or no?
Right.
So if we solve this generic question, then we solve this also, because this is just a specific way we're getting avyaya. Correct? So what he does is, he, what is this? He defines a rule. Because it's a pratipadikam. Avyaya, first of all, it becomes a pratipadikam, first of all. Because it's a pratipadikam, he says, yes, you add sup to it, no problem. And he does like this. He does like this. Pratipadikam he does. And like this. Then finally, that means now it actually, see, what is this? This is a pratipadikam, right? Okay. So he says, yeah, like any other pratipadika, this is also pratipadika, no problem. You add a sup, he tells. Okay. So now what happened here? It became subanta, correct? Correct?
Right.
But what he says is, if it's an avyaya, that sup gets lopa, he says. So he adds and removes.
Okay.
So, so the final word doesn't change, but he doesn't violate his statement that it's a subanta. So net effect will not be there for the word, but it gets the property of being a subanta.
Okay.
Okay, it's a little bit complicated. If you don't understand, no problem. But that's how Panini does
Yeah.
proofs that all avyayani are actually subantas. Hence, they can be used in a sentence. Actually, I was guessing this question will be asked long time back, or even avyaya, even for upasarga, the padasangya. So some sentences directly upasargas can be used in sentences as it is actually. So in that case, how is it possible, right? Because they get a subanta designation, but without any transformation to the word. That's what happens.
And this is a generic rule for all the avyayas.
Yes,
Because the krudanta avyayas also fall into the generic avyaya bucket, the
yes,
same rule applies even for that. Okay.
yes. That's it. Okay.
Mataji, you just said that the soup gets lobe, right?
Yes.
Oh, can we also say, Mataji, that for those kridantas which are aware, their declension table, all the forms are same. Can we also say like that?
We can say like that from our point of view, like what we see. But when Panini is defining rules in grammar, he has to be very consistent, right?
Mhm.
He told whenever sup is added, that's a subanta. That only can be used in a sentence. So he cannot suddenly say use avyaya in a sentence. Then he has to modify that statement. Sup tiganta padam. He should tell sup tigantam avyayam padam. He should tell. You understood?
Mhm.
So he has to. You imagine if you are a computer professional, you will understand. There is, you have to be very precise in programming. A little bit here and there, your calculation goes wrong.
Mhm.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay, Shashi Prabhuji, you have a question?
Yeah, so I had a question on this namas pada. So the namas you said is an abhaya, but it's also a dhatu, right? Namami, namas.
Okay, wait. Namas. Yeah, namas is a avyayam, like this. But nam
Right. There
is
is
a dhatu. Nam is a dhatu. Nam.
nam is a dhatu. And nam,
Namati.
I
So
see.
it
Okay.
becomes namami. Namati,
Okay.
namataha, namanti.
So two different words.
Two
Okay.
different. Of course,
Okay.
namas may have come from nam. I don't know. We have to see how it came.
Mm.
See,
Yeah,
nam,
okay.
correct. Nam plus asach. There's another pratyaya gets added to nam, that becomes namas. So it's
I
coming
see.
from root word nam only.
Okay. Okay.
See, asun. Another way is avya, like that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Tamal Prabhuji.
Thank you.
I just want my question to the homework to be asked now, or do you complete the discussion?
Prabhuji, your voice is not so clear. You are saying about extra home.
Can you hear me, Mataji?
Not so clear, Prabhuji. You can speak little louder. Prabhuji, we cannot hear you still.
Can you hear me now, Mataji? Maybe.
It's much better. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll remove the headset. Mataji, I had question related to last week's homework. Do you want to do now or after
We
this?
can do it, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Mataji, the As Dhatu table, I had a question on, because you asked us to look at the difference between Lat Lakar and Lit Lakar. So in the Lit Lakar, no, up to one step it is the same, but suddenly there is one. Let me just check that.
Okay, Astatu, I'm going here now.
Asishyate, when we do the Asishyati.
No, Astatu, we get Bhavishyati only, no?
No, Bhavishyati. Astatu, we get Bhavishyati. Yes. So that Ba actually gets added only in Lit Lakar. So until that, then the step is the same. So between Asti and Bhavishyati, I was just trying to do.
Correct.
So transformation steps are coming, but then there is one particular sutra that's used to replace the in the front with Ba. So that is because it is related to Lit Lakar. There is a particular rule that you need to add it, or how does it come?
But why we are not at the stage to find out how the words are formed? No,
okay.
Like that's like advanced thing.
Analyzing, but the how we always memorize is sti taha. That is the basically we will.
Correct.
That is.
Yes. Just that you remember. Just remember for Astatu, the future tense will be like this. That's all.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
remember
that is what you asked us to look, because I was looking at the transformation. Okay.
Yeah, you can look also, probably. If you are very curious, you can look. And already you understood couple of them, like a certain place it becomes here. Aster boohu. So that gets replaced with boo. That's very good. At least this much we can, and then from it takes on further. So that's what, because Panini knows for us dhatu, during the language, Bhavishyati was used. So he is proving using his statements how that can be achieved.
Okay, Manoj. So this was a part, you basically want us to, the dhatu part of familiarization you wanted us to do, no? So, okay.
Yes. Correct. Okay.
Marji, then the next question I had was on the sixth, the statement, the yaha chatraha asmabhihi jnanam, that exercise. So in that, Mataji, can you explain may, because the Shashti Vibhakti of that may, the relationship, I was a little bit confused. Tasmai may janakaha. So there we actually use the Asmad table only, no?
Correct.
But then Asmad, because in the here, may can be a relationship or may can be a beneficiary. If I even take the Chaturthi meaning, it gives some meaning still, like Tasmai me janakaha. So it's more like you can either do it as a relationship or as a beneficiary. I can be the beneficiary also.
Correct.
So then how do we conclude? So
what is the way to do is get the context. So that's why we have given the English. What is the intention of the speaker? The speaker is saying my father. Then you pick that variation. Yes.
Okay.
So basically what you have to do is, when you analyze this, you have to write all the options. Like may can come in. See, let's go to that. Where is that dhatu shabdapata? So when you see the word, without looking the example, okay, say may is there. Okay. Now you see where all may could be possible. It's in two places. So write both possibilities first. So may means it's Chaturthi ekavachanam or Shashti ekavachanam. Now after that, now come back to the context. Okay, see here, are they saying to my father? Or are they saying my father? Or rather, you understood, no?
Yes, Mataji.
Or to me. Are they saying to me or are they saying my father?
It's my father, so relationship Shashti Vibhakti.
That's it.
Okay.
So then you go to a one corner option, and then there is no doubt that you are
Yes.
correct. Your interpretation is correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in this, the Jnanam also had a question related to when we started this class also. Jnana Shabda, for both table of Pullinga and Napunsakalinga, Jnanam will come. So that is, so I just wrote both options. It could be either Pullinga or Napunsakalinga. But of course, answer is it is Pullinga. So that by practice only it will come. No, we cannot.
No, I don't think so. Jnana, let's see, wait.
The Vibhakti, because here is Ya Chatra Asmalbihi Jnanam.
Ah, 1 second. So what you have to do is, if you look at here, Jnana, what do you see? Napunsakalinga is only there. How can you think it's a Pullinga?
But Gyan, because Gyanaha can also transform into Gyanam, because in the Vibhakti knowledge, if you see.
So what you have to do, that's why, first step is you should guess the Pratipadika first. Okay. When you find a word like this, guess the Pratipadikam. So it's a Jnana, it's a Pratipadikam. Even if it's a Napunsakalinga or Pullinga, Pratipadikam is Jnana only, correct? Now you look up this Jnana in your Kosha, either Shabdapata like this. Go to Shabdapata or go to Kosha. So that's how you build the vocabulary. So then Kosha, then you search Jnana, then you will find out whether it's a Pullinga or Napunsakalinga. Then there's no confusion. See, this is all meant for you to do research. See here, directly is given Napunsakalinga. So it's not that out of memory you have to tell the answer. It's for you to do a lot of research and come to the correct answer. So that answer matches what the answers are provided. It's an open book test. And now it's fixed in your memory. Jnana is Napunsakalinga. So you'll not even guess like that. Okay, Prabhuji? Okay. Okay. Who else? And one more person. Yadupati Hari Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna Madhadanapana. Mataji, like I have a question regarding this Shatvam. Like generally, if you see this Kim Shabdaha Saptami Bahuvachanam, Kim plus Su is coming. But I have seen that like transformations also, but this Ma is not there in the In or Ku, but it is Keshu. The Shah is coming.
Where is this Kim Shabda? I have to go to Shabda, no? Okay, question. I'll open a new tab.
Yes.
Oh, this one only, no? Oh no, this is also that. So, Shabda Pataha, Kim. So you want Pullinga, right, Prabhuji? This one.
Yes.
Yeah, Kesha. See, that's why they're.
Saptami
Oh, it's same thing. Both are same. Oh, okay, this also correct. Keshu.
Kim
See
plus
here?
Su. Yes.
Kim plus Su. That's what we start with. But we don't know what all happens to Ka, no?
But
finally, it became K. It became K. So K plus Su gets added. So obviously Ekara is there. In is there. So it becomes K, Shu.
So this is some exception, Mataji, where transformations are happening, and then we have to apply this Shatvam rule.
Yeah, because you need to know for Kim, gradually K will come. That much you are clear. That much you have to memorize. Now the question is whether it's a Kesu or Keshu. For that, the Shatvam rule will come. We are not telling from Kim what word is that there is no rule for that. You have to either memorize or you learn all the sutras and figure out how to derive on your own. Okay. So the only confusion we are trying to help is whether to put a Su versus Shu.
Okay.
And we know the preceding one is Ekara, so Inku rule will work.
Okay. Directly from the, like, as of now, we cannot tell.
We cannot tell. Yeah. Little bit you have to read. That's why even if you don't memorize, at least read the tables 2-3 times. So you know it cannot be Kimsu or it cannot be Kemsu. Something weird. It should be Keshu only. If you read 2-3 times, it will imprint like what's the right form.
Done with this. Understood.
Okay. So now let's do the, I think Prabhuji, let's do the extra exercise. Shashipal Prabhu is ready to share, I guess. Because Prabhuji later on he will be traveling. So we can ask him to. Are you able to share, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
So I'll stop sharing. I don't know whether you have access to share.
I have. I should
Okay.
have, yeah.
So Shashi Prabhuji is going to work on, he's worked on the Vrindaya Shloka. He's going to present his findings let's discuss that.
Well, first of all, I'm still a learner, and previously I was just doing by my mind, and when I did it in writing, I learned a lot more. So I think it's good to do all these things. So,
Prabhuji, 1 second. Can you make it a little bit bigger? Screen also big as well as the font also a little bit bigger. I have short sight. I cannot see small fonts.
Okay, so
No
let me
need.
see.
Just down Word document. You can increase the zoom.
You can see now?
Zoom it a little bit more.
Okay.
Down. There is a button. No.
Down
Zoom.
is the button?
Yeah, zoom option down. See, right? No, in the panel, Word document.
Oh, Word document. Oh, here.
Just make it.
Yeah. So,
That's
okay,
it.
thank you.
That's
Okay,
for
all
Zoom.
right.
Okay, good.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yes, I can see now. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. So, Brindayai Tulasi Dabyai Priyayai Keshavasya cha Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavattai Namo Namah Yani Kani cha Papani Brahma Hatya Dikani cha Tani Pranashanti Pradakshina Pade Pade. So this sloka Mataji quoted as a Vishesharam following Vishesha. So the first part, so the main thing is Brundaye Nama. The rest are just details. So Brundaye is Pratipadikam is Brunda, Akaranta Strilinga, Chaturthi Vibhakti Ekavachanam. And Nama is Nama is now Abhay, is that right? Or
yes,
Pratipadikam is Nama?
It's Abhay.
It's Abhay now, so I did not know that at that time. So okay, so this is Abhay now. So Brundaye Nama. And then the Tulasi Dabyai, Keshavasya Priyayai, Satyavatyai, all the Pratipadikams are Tulasi Devi, Keshavasya Priya, Satyavati. They are either Ikaranta or Akaranta Stilinga, and Chaturthi Vibhakti Ekavachanam. So they just follow the Visheshya, which is Brundayai. So Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi. So Vishnu Bhakti Prade, Pratipadikam is Vishnu Bhakti Prada, Akaranta Strilinga and Sambodhanam Vibhakti, Ekavachanam. This adjective of Devi, so follow the declension of Devi. So Devi is Pratipadikam of Pratipadikam is Devi, Ikaranta Strilinga, Sambodhana Vibhakti, Ekavachanam. Now, I have a question here. Would it not be better to say like Vishnu Bhakti Prada Devyai Satyavatte Namo Namah? Because right now what he's saying is that it's like, hey Krishna, Krishnaya Nama, right?
Vishnu Bhakti Prada Devyai. Yeah, Prabhuji, in a sentence we can do, but the thing is, see, when acharyas write shlokas, their main thing is about meter. So that's the main restriction.
So Chanda is the one that puts the thing. Okay, yes.
That's the one. And other question for you, Prabhuji, is how did you, in the shloka I gave Dirgha Ikara, Devi. So how did you conclude that it's a Hraswa Ikara?
Oh, because this is Sambodhana. Right. Also Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi is also Vishnu Bhakti Prade is also Sambodhana.
Okay.
So therefore the Devi must have been also Sambodhana.
Okay. That's one way to do it. That's very good. That's very nice. Actually, Prabhuji only point out this, but I will share, I'll share you a little bit more deeper analysis. Then what else? Everything is very well done. Can you go little down, Prabhuji? 1 second. Yeah, Prada is correct. Then Sambodhana and Devi, correct. Devi Ikaranta Sambodhana. Yes. Now, what is the meaning?
Oh, so Namo Nama is salutations to Brunda, who is also Tulasi Devi, and Kesavasya Priya, the beloved of Keshava, is Krishna, and she gives us Vishnu Bhakti. So that means if we think of her, we get bhakti towards Vishnu, I guess, Vishnu Bhakti Pada Devi. Then Satyavati is the Pratipadika. Satyavati, I guess, is one of the goddess of truth, maybe. Satyavati, Namo Namaha.
Very
Any
good.
comment? Okay.
So you came up with this answer on your own based on the words and properties, right, Prabhu? The meaning, correct? Just now.
Yeah. Meaning is clear. The grammar is the more difficult part, right? The meaning is kind of, you can guess the meaning from the words, but the grammar, sometimes, yeah. The
No,
second
but
line also, yeah,
see, you cannot guess the meaning unless you know Vibhakti rules. And that it's basically sub chaturthi and you're offering obeisances unto Devi.
right,
So unless you
right,
apply the Vibhakti, like for example, maybe 2.5 months back, when you read this shloka, you would not be able to tell like this, correct?
right.
Yes. So it's all your application of the understanding of vibhaktis, the properties, and everything. Everything has comes together here, and it's very well done. I'm very impressed that you're able to tell the meaning right from Sanskrit without looking at uh,
Yeah.
any translation. So very good job, right? Everybody say hats off to Prabhuji. Very nice. Thank you, sir.
But I have a question on the second part though.
Ah,
So the second part is this Yani Kani Cha
yeah,
Papa.
Anikani we'll discuss next time, Prabhuji.
Right. Okay. I see. You did want to do this thing. Okay.
We'll do next class. I think maybe you will not be there, I guess, right? You'll be
No,
traveling, right?
I think I'll be there next class.
Okay. So then you will
Yeah.
also be contributing. So
Yeah.
I would like everybody, whoever wants to present, please do like this nicely. So you can also present and you can discuss. You will get a very nice feelings. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for taking the task. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So
So I will.
Mataji, so Devi word is Ikarant Dirgha or Haswa actually
So
in
that's.
correct way.
Wait, I'll share with you. I will show my notes. Okay. So this is my notes. Okay. So the thing is, everybody can see, right? I'm showing a Word document. Okay. So the question, the puzzle or the quiz, when I gave the words, I gave Devi here, Dirgha Ikara. But Prabhuji only mentioned to me, oh, how come it's Devi? It doesn't make sense. It should be Rasva. Is it a typo? I said we'll discuss in the class because I wanted to bring up some things of how do we brainstorm or what should be our thought process when to decide whether it's correct or no, whether it's a typing mistake versus something. How do we do it? So that's what I wanted to bring up here. Now, for example, it's a Devi. Okay, before that, let's assume it's a typing mistake, right? How would we, the same thing which Prabhuji discussed, how would we write in Anvaya? This will be Anvaya. Hey Devi, okay? This and Pratipadikam, I put it here directly inside. Hey Devi, hey Vishnu Bhakti Prada, Vrundayai, Vrunda, Tulasi Devyai, Tulasi Devi, Keshava, Prabhuji missed this part, Keshava, Shashti Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Keshava, Priyayai, Priya, Satyavatyai, Satyavati, Cha Namo Namaha. So that will be the prose. So just by reading this, you'll be able to understand what they're trying to tell. Okay. And of course, when we look at the bhajan book, you will see exactly the meaning is exactly what Prabhuji has told. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Vrinda, Srimati Tulasi Devi, which is very dear to Keshava. O goddess, you bestow devotion service to Lord Krishna and possess the highest truth. Of course, this is not a literal translation. This is called Bhavartha. What the Acharya wants to express. But literal translation should be, the Sambodhana for here. So, what the intent of the Acharya is given out in the translation. So that's why sometimes the translations are different from the literal one. So we cannot rely on translation to come up with our Sanskrit understanding. Understood? So when we know the properties and we know the fundamentals of Sanskritam, we can ourselves come up with the meaning. Then we'll understand, oh, actually, it's not a literal translation. See, for example, oh goddess, you bestow devotional service to Krishna, but that's also a Sambodhana. We should actually write, oh goddess, oh you who bestow devotional service to Krishna. Understand, right? It should be written like that literally, but it's called Bhavartha. It may not be literal translation. So that's why when we make translation back to Sanskrit and try to understand, we make mistakes. That's why it's very important to understand the basic fundamentals of Sanskritam. Now the question is, how do we decide one thing or the other? If suppose it's a Devi versus Devi, how do we conclude exactly whether it's a typing mistake or no? Then given that we are given Devi, okay, So we are given Devi. Okay, here, like this. If suppose Devi is there, other things are fitting properly, correct? This is Sambodhana, okay, makes sense. Okay, still it makes sense. A Vishnu Bhakti Prade and everything is aligned together with Namaha makes sense because Namaha Chaturthi has to come. That's all good. But what do we do with this Devi? What does it mean? It means like it will become like this. Devi, the maximum is, you have to have a Kriya, right? So maximum is Devi Asti. That's all you can put. Okay? And then rest of it connects everything together. Namaha to Vrinda Devi and Tulsi Devi and Keshava Priya and Vishnu Bhakti Prate. Hey, so it'll become like this. Hey, Vishnu Bhakti Prade. Then everything else will come.
Then Devi will become the Prathama Vibhakti, right?
Yeah, of course, Devi is Pratama Vibhakti. You know, we cannot violate the properties. We know Devi is a Pratama Vibhakti only. So we join everything. This all working good, correct? And but the only thing is Devi is left out. I cannot put Devi anywhere because it's not a Chaturthi. It should be Devi, or it's not even Sambodhana. Looks like it. So only thing is Devi Asti we have to tell, and we have to tell all of this. Okay, so it doesn't really make sense actually. Devi Asti and all of this. Okay, so then we have to go back. Are there any manuscripts to show that our conclusion that this should be a Sambodhana is correct or no? So we are kind of leaning towards it should be Sambodhana. When we put Sambodhana, I can directly put Hey Devi here, correct? Little bit we got a clue. So, but then we need a proof. So then we have an inclination that, okay, it should be Sambodhana. So then we have to go back and see if there is any manuscript where it shows actually Sambodhana. So here it's saying Rasva, and here also it's saying, oh goddess. So already we know, okay, it's Aswa. Actually, there's a typing mistake. There is somewhere else, some other translation, they picked up wrong. Okay, and some cases what happens is, here also they type wrong. But here it says, oh goddess. Then we know, actually the Acharya intends Sambodhana, but there's a typing mistake. So like that, little bit, we have to unravel and find out. Even worst case, if you don't have book, people have to go all the way to manuscripts, original manuscripts where it's written, and then figure out. If we are really into deep research, we can all do that. Anybody wants to pick it up, they can pick up. But at least this gives us a tools now. There's something wrong with it, or we can check with a person who's Sanskrit scholar, and then ask them, okay, it seems like it. Are you sure? Can you confirm? They said, yeah, there's a typo. They immediately confirm. But now we are all trying to become scholars. We are trying to become such. So we need to develop that skills. How do we decipher ourselves? Okay? Okay. Everybody's clear about the thought process?
Generally, Sambodhana comes with Hey, right? So here Hey is dropped. If the Hey was there, then it would have been very clear. Is that dropping Hey is like grammatically correct, or it is just the liberty that the author of this sloka took to drop it for the sake of
Hey, hey is not mandatory, Prabhuji. From beginning, I think I told. It's all based on the way it appears.
Okay.
It's not mandatory that they have to put hey. Based on the form itself, we have to figure out whether it's what form it is. It's our due diligence to memorize the forms and come up with the right variation.
Okay. It's not poetic liberty that the author took. Okay.
No, it's not mandatory. Yeah.
In fact, this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, entire thing is Sambodhana. There is no Hey there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice point. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So Mataji, if in the Devi word, if the Dirgha Devi was there, then also the shlok grammatically would be, and translation point of view, it would be completely right, correct?
Correct. It will be
Okay,
completely
but
right. But if the translation was like that, if the author was intending like that, suppose later
okay,
if we find a translation, grammatically, no, maybe there's actually this anushtup. There's another clue. Then what we have to do is we have to look at chanda. That if we transform from dirgha to hrasva, would it break the chanda? If it breaks the chanda, then our inclination is wrong. That means author really intends like this. Understand? So how do we do chanda, this thing? I will try to show you. Let's see if I can get the tool. Where is the Facilitators? See now, let's see. I will type this one here. Okay. Let's do first Hasva Ikara. Okay, let's do first Dirgha Ikara. This was the original version, correct? Oh, I don't have full verse here. What happened? Satyavataya Namanamaha. So first, before we guess that there is a mistake, we should double check that, we are not making problems, right? So first we have intuition through Vibhakti properties. Then we also check the chandas. So let's say there are some tools these days they can help you. We check this. They are saying actually it's Anushtup Shloka. It's proper. There's no problem with this, they're telling. Okay, that means this is also valid, no problem. And now if we guess that it's a Hrasva, then also we should double check whether it's breaking meter. That this also Anushtup only, no problem. So this is not really giving us any clue here right now. You understood, right? So then we have to go with the meaning, and then we have to look at the actual intention of the translation, what the author is intending. Right here, they are telling that, they are telling, oh goddess. Then definitely they intend to be Sambodhan. Here also, oh goddess. So definitely there's a mistake. Right? Śyāmalā Mataji made a mistake. It should be Devi. Okay? So there are multiple.
Vishnu Bhakti Pada is also Sambodhana, right?
Correct.
So there is one Sambodhana and kind of naturally makes sense to put the Devi as Sambodhana.
We cannot guess because of that, Prabhuji. See, that should not be the logic. It should be whether grammatically it makes sense and meaning also makes sense. Because I can have only one Sambodhana and other things could be anything else what I want. As Prabhuji Hemant Prabhu told, there is no problem in this statement. If the author intends like this, there is no problem. Devi exists. And what is that Devi? And he can describe like this, no problem. As long as grammatically correct, Chandas is working, no problem. It's based on the Vivaksha, based on the speaker's intention. But here now we are trying to see what was the speaker's intention and then coming and fixing the typos. Okay.
Mataji, like regarding the Vishnu Bhakti Pradev word, when I did the homework, I was thinking that Pradev would be some dhatu table transformation in which would be intending to mean that please bestow me. So please bestow the Vishnu Bhakti. So I was thinking like that in that way. So how could one come to this point that Vishnu Bhakti Prada is like how can we think like this?
See, the thing is, if it was a transformation of a dhatu, then of course we didn't study Krudanta, right? Then it will become first Krudanta. Then after that, the Krudanta will again has to take sup only. So you have to match these forms from the sup tables, always. So where in the our Vibhakti tables, we get Prade as a Sambodhana. Then you will see for Nadi Shabda, Hrasva Ikara will come, Nadi. But for Prada or Rama Shabda, Rame will come. And she's a Srilinga, so mostly they will use a Srilinga only. So it's either Pradi, of course there are Hasva Ikara Srilinga also, no problem, that's a different thing. So it should be a Srilinga for sure. Then it should be Pradi or Prada. If it's Pradi, then it should be Pradi here.
No, Mataji, like I was thinking like it may be some dhatu like dadati, dadatu type. So I was thinking Prade would be that 9 forms we get.
Then you have to search. Yeah, you have to search. If you don't find it, that means then it's not a dhatu, you have to go to sup area. You have to. We know, right? In a word, in a sentence, it's either subanta or tinganta. So if you know there's no tinganta, and it's also, see, generally when you put dash means it's a compound word. So definitely all of this you will not find. You have to search whole thing in dhatu table. You will not find it. That's why we put the dashes.
This dash also has an importance. Like we cannot just put any dash anywhere.
Correct. But actually what your intuition is correct. The originally, this again a deeper answer. The Prada is actually a Kridanta. Okay, if you want me to show, I'll try to see. It's actually Upasarga plus Kridanta. So many things will happen. So let's go to Da. Hridai Dane will come. Okay, Da. Hridai Dane, if you take, now we have to add Upasarga to make it Prada. Okay, see Prada. Okay, display results. Now this is a Dhatu rules, but I want to show you how Prada comes as it is, correct? Okay, then we have to go to Kridanta. Then you will see Prada is there anywhere here? Or directly from here, there is another. Oh, okay, okay. It may not be this. It may not be this Kridanta. They may not have listed with you. So we have to find two. It's not there here. Is it there? Pradana. It's not there. Right? Okay. Then we have to go to Kosha. It's not in Kridanta because here only few Kridantas are listed. Let's see. See Pradaya. Okay. Here you go. Ang. If you add a ang pratyaya, pra plus da, directly as it is becomes a subanta. Then it becomes Rama, Rame, Ramaha. Prabhuji, are you there with me? Are you able to
Yes,
understand?
yes, Mataji, yes. Like Rama Shabd, it will be Rama.
It will become like Rama because it cannot end here. You have to add sup to it. And anyway, for sup, for akaranta shabda, first line remains same as the pratipadikam, first word. Correct? Rama is a pratipadikam, Rama, Pratama Ekavachanam also Rama only. So this is a pratipadikam and they are telling, see, Pratama Ekavachanam Prada. Now you come here, see? Prada, Prade, Prada. See, Prade can come here also, but there are no two vrindas. Right? Which Vivachana doesn't make sense. So, hey, Prade, done.
Yes. Hey, Prade.
Okay.
Sorry, Mataji. Yeah.
You got it, right? So, you come here now. Already you know it's a Sambodhana. Okay. Okay. So
Okay, but
directly
this will not. But this will anyway not fit on this current shloka because we have a compound word with dash, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Hmm.
And for
But
that, Vishnu Bhakti should also be in the second, Dvitiya Bhakti. For that, if Pradev would be some Kridanta. Am I right, Mataji?
Yeah. Yes. And other thing is, see, you could have explored a little bit more. It's okay. If you were to guess that it's in Dhatu, we know that pra is Upasarga. Oh, that means Prada, it should be some other separation, like pra is Upasarga. Then what is a Dhatu? Okay, Da. Then you take Da. Then you try to search, is there a Dhatu which gives Da? Then you could kind of explore further a little bit, but we didn't teach you Krudantas. So, anyways, so that's why we need to make this our home. Please try to swim here as much as possible. You know, this is a good browsing to do in life. So just try to analyze and, try to apply everything as much as possible and make progress. Okay. Okay, Murali, Prabhuji.
Not a question, but just a comment to make one more example of the Ikaranta where Sambodhana is typically used, but we tend to do a mistake is this Saraswati Namastubhyam, right? It's not Saraswati Namastubhyam, it is Saraswati Namastubhyam.
Correct. Yes, Prabhuji. Hey, Saraswati, it will come there. Yeah. Okay. Srijita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, where can we check the meter of the verse? Do you like share that website?
This one, right? Okay. I will share you in here. I will send a chat. There are other tools. You can search online also. Tools, you can ask Gemini, what are the tools for me to check the meter? There is another very nice one actually, but seems like Chandogyam or something is there that they deprecated these days. That's a very nice one actually. It gives you error also. Where, see, they deprecated this. Where actually when you're composing shlokas, you can work with this guy and easily they can identify which letters you're making mistakes. But looks like they took it down. Right now, all we have is this. Okay, I sent you in a chat in the Zoom. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, I think some questions I kept it pending. Anybody remembers what were the questions we can tackle? Otherwise, we can move on. I think Murali Prabhu had one advanced question. You remember?
That is answered, Mataji. You later answered it.
Okay. Another question was there. I left it pending. What is that? I don't remember. Maybe that person left also. Okay, that's fine then. I think we are end of this discussion. So my sincere prayer to all of you. प्रीत्या सोत्साहसेवायाम् अपराधः मया कृताः क्षमित्वा साधवः सेवां मे ददतु मुहुर्मुहुः. And we know the English, so I don't want to spend time on that. So please kindly forgive any offenses I have committed in trying to serve you. So we'll offer all the wonderful things through our Guru Parampara, who are blessing us, guiding us, who are empowering us, to finally Shri Radha and Krishna with Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for being part of this journey again. Thank you for all of you. We'll see you all next week. Happy practicing. Happy Independence Day. Real independence is complete dependence on Krishna. That is our slogan. Okay. Thank you all. See you next week. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna
Thank you.
Mataji. Thank you
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.